Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yamini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Shelach. Our Parsha begins with the episode of the spies' exploration of the land of Israel. The Jewish people were lacking faith in what God had told them about the land, so they asked Moshe if they could send spies to study the land and report back its strength and its weaknesses in anticipation of the invasion that will ultimately take place. Moshe asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who replied that he's allowed to send spies, but he himself is not commanding him to do so. Moshe then gathered the entire Jewish people and picked one leader from each tribe and assigned him with this special task. The spies headed out to perform their directive. They spent 40 days and 40 nights scouting and surveying the land and its people. They took samples of the giant fruit that grew there. When they returned, they reported to Moshe and the Jewish people a description of the land and its inhabitants. They recounted that the land is indeed flowing with milk and honey. However, they warned that its cities were well fortified and its citizens were giant, mighty, and powerful, and therefore will be impossible to conquer. Only two of the spies from the tribe of Yehudah and the tribe of Ephraim contradicted them. They argued the land was magnificent and there was no reason for concern because God will surely lead them to victory. The Jewish people then spent the night complaining to Moshe that they would rather return to Egypt than be defeated in battle. God, hearing their arguments, informed Moshe that he is going to punish the Jewish people for their persistent lack of faith. Hashem exiled the Jewish people for 40 years of wandering in the desert and banned any man over the age of 20 from entering the land of Israel. However, a question comes to mind. What was so wrong with the spies' account of the land? There were indeed giants, and their cities were well protected. And from that point of view, it was absurd to think that they can actually defeat such a well-defended land. Many Mefarshim explain that what was incorrect with their perspective was in fact their perspective. The spies suffered from black dot syndrome. They chose to focus solely on the negative factors of the land, rather than see the holy, spiritual, and positive features of the land. Their ultimate aim was to stop the Jewish nation from entering the land of Israel, which God had promised our forefathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and for that, they were punished. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that we can choose whether to focus on the positive or negative aspects of ourselves and our life. If we decide to put the spotlight on the negative and deficient factors of our life, this will lead to a life filled with anxiety, depression, and emptiness. However, if we choose to put the spotlight on the good and positive aspects of our life, this will lead to a life filled with joy and happiness, a life filled with production and advancement in which we try to better ourselves each and every single day, a life filled with fulfillment and satisfaction, and most importantly, with blessings and success. There's an amazing quote that I once heard. To live a healthy and satisfying life, you must focus on your strength, not your weaknesses. You must focus on your character, not your reputation. And you must focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.